Monsoon nights are heavy with promise, the scent of wet earth mingling with something darker, something that slips between the rain-soaked air and the murky shadows. For Adam, 32 years old and tired from a long day at the office, it should have been a night of celebration. It was his anniversary, after all, and his wife Lily was waiting at home with dinner. But as fate would have it, the night held more than just rain, more than just the comforting scent of damp soil. It held something he would never escape. His motorcycle wouldn't start. Of course it wouldn't, not with the skies darkening the way they were, thick clouds rolling in, pregnant with thunder. He gave up and decided to take the bus. As he stood at the bus stop, the storm broke open with a vengeance, heavy sheets of rain cascading down like a flood. Drenched and shivering, Adam held his briefcase over his head in a futile attempt to shield himself from the downpour. And then the rain stopped. Or rather, it stopped falling on him. Confused, he glanced to his side and saw a man standing there holding an umbrella large enough to shelter them both. Adam smiled. Grateful, but something about the man was off. He wore black sunglasses, though the storm had swallowed the world in darkness, and a wide-brimmed hat that cast deep shadows over his face. "The world," the man murmured, his voice low and oddly detached, "is a strange place, isn't it? Rain here, drought elsewhere. Life blooms and life fades. It's all the same." Adam chuckled nervously, nodding but saying nothing. His fingers fumbled for his phone in his pocket. As he pulled it out, it slipped from his wet hands, crashing to the ground. Bending to pick it up, his breath caught in his throat, paralyzed by the sight that awaited him. The man next to him had no legs. Where his feet should have been, there was nothing but empty shoes hovering inches above the ground. Cold fear crept up Adam's spine, coiling tight around his chest as his heart thundered in his ears. Slowly he straightened, forcing himself to act as if nothing was wrong. He told himself not to panic, to stay calm. But when he looked around, the world had emptied. The bus stop was eerily silent. No cars, no people, no sounds save the relentless drumming of rain. His throat tightened. He sent a quick message to Lily. "Come get me now. Something's wrong. I'm scared." But just as he was about to press send, the man beside him spoke again, his voice a whisper in the storm. "It's never wise to call upon anyone here. Not now. Not in this rain." Adam's blood turned to ice. Without a word, he bolted, slipping out from under the umbrella and sprinting blindly into the rain. He didn't care where he was going. He just needed to get away. His soaked shoes slapped against the pavement, the cold biting at his skin. But no matter how far he ran, he could feel it, the shadow of something wrong lingering behind him. He stopped to catch his breath, his chest heaving with panic. For a moment, the rain let up, and in the dim light of the street lamps, he saw him again. The man. Standing just ahead, his body impossibly still, only half visible in the rain. He grinned, his teeth gleaming like something sharp and unnatural, and slowly pulled off his sunglasses. Adam's scream lodged in his throat as he saw the man's eyes, deep, empty pits, bleeding black liquid that streaked down his face. And then came the sound. A bus horn blared behind him. Hope surged through Adam's veins as he turned to see the bus approaching. He ran toward it, his only chance of escape. But in the chaotic scramble of people boarding the bus, he was shoved to the ground, trampled by the crowd. He tried to scream, to push himself up, but the weight of the people and the slick pavement pinned him down. The bus inched forward, and Adam felt it, the crushing weight as the bus rolled over his legs. Pain exploded through him, blinding and all-consuming, and the world dimmed. When Lily arrived, following the location Adam had sent, she found him lying in the street, soaked in blood and rain, his legs shattered beyond repair. There were no crowds, no bus, no sign of the chaos Adam had endured, only the remnants of something dark that lingered in the storm. Adam survived, but barely. His legs were gone, and so was something inside him. No one believed him when he spoke of the man with the black eyes, the one who had floated beside him in the rain. But when Lily read an old news report about a man who had died under similar circumstances at the same bus stop years ago, her disbelief turned to dread. Every monsoon, someone fell victim to the same accident, and each time, they described the same black-eyed figure lurking in the storm. Adam never recovered. The terror of that night consumed him, and a few years later, he succumbed to the weight of his memories, leaving Lily alone to ponder the mystery that haunted them both. Now, every year during monsoon season, Lily returns to that bus stop, waiting for the man with the black eyes. She knows he's out there, still stalking the rain-soaked streets, still looking for his next victim. But she has questions too. Who was he? Why did he choose Adam? Perhaps, like the storm, some things are best left unanswered.